Good morning, lovely people. You are now listening to the Morning Buzz here at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. We are indeed live from the Hive, and I'm your host, Lara Ziccardi. And joining with me today is my wonderful co-host, Amanda Gaudiosi, and our wonderful newscaster, Ashley. Wow, now we have a really great show for you planned today. We're going to be talking about a bipartisan agreement on something that is very important for this country, and of course, January 6th updates, and so much more. You guys are going to have to stay tuned. But for now, we have a news update. Ashley, can you hear us on the other side of my screen?
Yes, I can.
I'm going to ask that every week, just letting you know. I already have, but I'm just every week.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ashley. I'm joining you on this Wednesday morning from 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. In Montclair news, a program designed to help graduating Montclair High School seniors in financial will head off to college with essentials for their dorm rooms is underway, and applications for the program are invited. Township Councilman Peter Yacobelis has teamed up with longtime community leader Amina Toller of Montclair Mutual Aid, Donna Montague, and Daniel and Megan Roberts to launch the program. They are calling on residents to support it and hope to assist up to 20 seniors headed to college later this summer. In New Jersey news, on Tuesday, the Rutgers University Board of Governors approved a $5.1 billion budget for the 2022-2023 academic year that includes a 2.9% increase in tuition and fees. For in-state, full-time arts and science undergraduates at Rutgers University, New Brunswick, tuition and fees for the upcoming academic year will be $16,263 before any financial aid is applied. At Rutgers University, Newark, tuition and fees for a typical full-time arts and science undergraduate will be $15,648, and at Rutgers University Camden, a typical arts and science undergraduate, tuition and fees will be $16,112 before any financial aid is applied. And in national news, President Biden will ask Congress on Wednesday to suspend the federal gas tax until September as Americans across the country grapple with soaring prices at the pump. I want to be very clear, the president is calling on Congress to take this step to help American families without harming the Highway Trust Fund, which is funded by these taxes, a senior administration office said Tuesday evening. The official suggested that the federal government's budget, shrinking by 1.6 trillion this year, gives the US leeway to suspend the gas tax while using other venues to make the Highway Trust Fund whole for the roughly 10 billion cost. And now for some weather. It is currently 69 degrees with some scattered showers. Today there will be a high of 69 and a low of 63, so it will be pretty chilly. Tomorrow is looking like it will be mostly cloudy throughout the day and it will be in the 70s. And this weekend there will be some clouds passing by, but overall great and sunny weather as it will be in the high 80s. Thank you, and back to you, Laura.
Thank you so much. I just got to say, we never really talk about the news update, but I must point out that Rutgers Newark is about a grand less than New Brunswick and Camden, and I just find that really funny.
I thought the same thing.
Right, you're saving a grand just going to Newark. I
Might as well just go.
at that point, I would personally just go to New Brunswick, but we're not at Rutgers University. We are here at the beautiful Montclair State. And although we don't have any Red Hawks sports news as of right now because it is the summer season, we have baseball news, and that's a-okay with me. So yesterday, the Yankees took on the Tampa Bay Rays, and they unfortunately lost 4-5. And this leaves the Yankees standing with 50 wins and 18 losses, not 88 losses. I can't math this morning. Numbers are really hard. Anyway, the Mets played the Houston Astros and lost 2-8. This leaves the Mets with 45 wins and 25 losses. I gotta say, the New York teams have had a pretty good run so far. And I feel like I should have been able to predict this little downhill, but I have not. I thought we were just going to keep going strong. Personally, go Yankees. But if you're a Mets fan, go Mets. Cool. But tonight, the Yankees are playing the Rays again at 7:10, and the Mets are playing the Astros this afternoon at 2:10. Now, all we have left is hockey because NBA is done. So a quick recap, the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Colorado Avalanche played Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals on Monday. Tampa Bay actually won 6-2, but this leaves Colorado with a 2-1 lead so far. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals will be played tonight at 8 p.m. And that has been sports. I love how I just lower the fader and then all you hear is Sorry to curse anyone who is not an ASMR fan this morning. Anyway, we have some very important news to get to. So, senators have reached a final bipartisan agreement on, get this, gun safety. So, Senate negotiators have reached a final agreement on a narrow bipartisan gun safety bill that could become the first gun control measure to pass Congress in decades. The legislation resulted from negotiators among 10 Republicans and 10 Democrats. It is expected to have more than enough votes to overcome the 60-vote threshold to clear a filibuster in the Senate, which is divided 50-50 between the parties. House leaders are expected to quickly begin concentration of the bill, and President Biden has encouraged Congress to pass the bill without delay. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, a Democrat of New York, and Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, a Republican of Kentucky, have both announced support for the bill that they both say will vote for it. Mitch McConnell said in a statement, quote, "Our colleagues have put together a common sense package of popular steps that will help make these horrifying incidents less likely while fully upholding the Second Amendment rights of law-abiding citizens." Not only that, Chris Murphy, a Democrat of Connecticut, Kyrsten Sinema, a Democrat of Arizona, John Cornyn, a Republican from Texas, and Tom Tillis, a Republican of North Carolina. In conclusion, both parties have spent several days racing to finish the legislation in time for the Senate to begin voting this week. The new process will words are tough. And could decide states to provide access to previously sealed juvenile records, and could add several days to the waiting period before the purchase can be completed. The state GOP negotiators said on the Senate floor Tuesday afternoon, quote, "States will control what juvenile records they're willing to share, but our legislation provides an inconvenience for states to uphold the records that reflect on the sustainability of the individual to purchase a firearm." Sorry, guys. I hope you are staying with me because this is a lot of important information. We're almost done. Just hang with me. Another major change is an expansion of an existing law that prevents people convicted of domestic abuse from owning a gun. Democrats have tried for years to expand the definition of who qualifies for the ban, including dating partners rather than just spouses and former spouses. But the gun safety legislation defines a dating relationship as a relationship between individuals who have or have recently been continuing a serious relationship of a romantic or intimate nature. However, it also includes a new section to allow people who are restricted from gun access under the legislation to have their gun rights restored if their record remains clean for 5 years. Sorry, guys, that was an absolute mouthful, and I hope you stayed with me, but you did it. This is something that we needed years ago, but at least it's getting done.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, at least they're coming together to do something, which is good.
I can't complain, like we have two parties agreeing, which is good.
Yeah.
At least when the two parties are agreeing on something, that at least they know something needs to change, because we all know a lot of right-leaning people usually love their Second Amendment, and the people that elected these Republicans into office are agreeing with gun control.
Yeah, that's definitely a good thing. I mean, there's obviously a problem if both parties are coming together and trying to agree on something, then there's obviously a problem. And it's good that they're trying to do something about this. I mean, that's pretty awesome if that actually happens, that someone can't purchase a firearm for 5 years having a clean record. That's like huge.
That is what we need in this country, because
Absolutely.
like I've said and what you've said on the buzz before, there is really no other country that has this problem except for us, because it's so easy to purchase a firearm.
Mhm.
But now I really do hope it does get better, and I think it will. So let's cross our fingers and hope that this is going to be done. And again, glad there's being something done about this, because oh. Also, another thing that actually shocked me was when they were talking about domestic abuse and how, and you, because that makes, because you wouldn't think of that, because I personally wouldn't think of that until it was said, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure. When you were reading that, I was like, oh wow, that's actually like prevalent and very important too. I don't know why, like, I never put two and two together because I feel like, honestly, I feel like the media only covers the huge problems with firearms, like such as school shootings and like things of that nature. But domestic violence still happens all the time. So I think that's really a good step in the right direction.
Yeah, because you're right. We usually don't hear about it.
Hmm.
And it kind of got me thinking, like, wow, this actually happens. And it's so sad that it does happen in relationships. But thank God something is being done about this. And we will be sure to keep you updated here on the Morning Buzz about what will happen next. But we have more news.
Yes, we do. All right. So if you guys remember last year, January 6th, everything going on with Trump and the votes, but we're still talking about it.
Crazy, man.
A year later, we're still talking
Ugh.
about it. So the investigation of January 6, 2021 continues. The House Select Committee investigated the detailed threats made to state lawmakers, election officials, and workers in Arizona and Georgia as President Donald Trump and his allies tried to get them to overturn the election results in their states. The committee sought to bring to light the severity of the threat to democracy in the days and weeks after the election, given the enormous and persistent pressure by the president and Rudy Giuliani on officials and ordinary Americans to promote the quote, big lie that Trump had won the election. The ability of these Americans to withstand that pressure came to a great personal cost. Committee member Representative Adam Schiff said, quote, our democracy held because courageous people like you heard today put their oath to the Constitution above their loyalty to one man. The system held, but barely, and the question remains, will it hold again? End quote. The hearing laid out the plan hatched by Trump and his allies in Arizona to replace the bona fide Biden electors with phony ones. The fake electors gathered in Arizona, which Arizona House Speaker Rusty Bowers referred to as a tragic parody. Bowers refused to have any involvement in the fake electors plan being pushed by Giuliani. Text showed by Schiff revealed that Republican Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin could also have played a part in the false electors scheme. The text between Johnson's chief of staff and an aide to Pence showed Johnson's aide informing Pence's aide that the senator was ready to deliver fraudulent ballots to Pence. Quote, do not give that to him, Pence's aide responded. The Arizona House Speaker also described what his personal life had been like since the election. In an emotional testimony, Bowers said that until very recently, his family had begun to dread Saturdays when Trump supporters would drive around his neighborhood and falsely announce that he was a, quote, pedophile and a corrupt politician. He recounted an argument between a neighbor and a man with a pistol and also talked about the reactions of his family. He said, growing emotional, quote, at the time of some of these, we had a daughter who was gravely ill and who was upset by what was happening outside. And my wife, that is a valiant person, very strong, quiet, very strong woman. So it was disturbing, end quote. Bowers did not mention that in early 2021, his daughter died after her illness.
That I have no words.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I have extreme respect for him not going with Trump and doing what he's told to do, because he knew it was wrong. And with everything that he had going on in his personal life, I feel for the man, you know. I feel like to have, I can't believe people like that would just drive to a person's place of living and show up and call him these awful things.
It's terrible. I honestly can't believe like that happens like more than we think. I feel like people get so attached and like connected to like their I don't know what I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know how to get it across in the right way. Like this is just personally my opinion. I feel a lot of Trump supporters take this extremely seriously and will go out of their way to make sure that their point is heard and will go up to people, call them names, and do these terrible things. And not everyone, of course, not everyone, but I've heard of things happening like this many times where people will do this and berate and attack people just because of their vote. And it's like terrible.
Really, I agree. I think that there's a lot of people in this country that take politics extremely far. Like you are allowed to have your opinion,
Of course.
but when your opinion is impacting someone's life in a very harmful way, that's when you know it's wrong. And
For sure. And I feel like everyone could have their opinions and their differences, but we don't need to berate and attack people because of their differences or their opinions. I've just never understood that. And I honestly feel really bad for this person. That's especially after his daughter passed away. Like that's really upsetting.
that's the fact that really broke my heart. And I hope that they are recovering from that awful event that happened. But we are going to be taking a very short break here on the Morning Buzz. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Wake up and
Zoom. Hi, MetaMates. Anyway, before we get on to our next story of the day, we do have some breaking news in just now. So, Roe v. Wade, we're talking about it again. This is something really important to women of this country because, it protects our right to choose to have an abortion, to choose to have contraceptions, etc. But we have some updates, and women and healthcare providers across the country are preparing for the possible end of Roe v. Wade, which, we all know the Supreme Court has leaked their opinion on it and all that terrible things. So the Supreme Court released a new set of case opinions on Tuesday, but did not include a decision that could impact access to safe abortions. The next set of opinions will be published June 23rd, which is tomorrow. As reported in Politico, a leaked Supreme Court draft decision showed that the court intended to strike down the pretended, despite at least 3 justices claiming during their confirmation hearings that they would recognize precedent. The ruling is expected to come soon, though it is unclear exactly how close the court is to ruling. In the meantime, women are scrambling for healthcare before their rights are stripped away, and doctors are preparing to make difficult judgment calls in post-Roe America. Meanwhile, a new study out of the University of California has found that more than a quarter of abortion clinics in the U.S. would shut down if the Supreme Court overrules the landmark ruling. Those 202 closures, authors would say, it would disseminate abortion access for women living in the South and the Midwest. Are you literally kidding me? We had to sidetrack a little bit because this is something that is important to me, is important to many women and people that, are biologically women. Yes, we are I'm honestly flabbergasted and I'm frustrated as a woman that the sentence that really got me was women are scrambling for healthcare before their rights are stripped away. How sad is that?
It just, honestly, I feel like.
Oh, hold on, Amanda. You're good now.
Okay. I just feel like we take such great strides to like make things better and fix things, but then we're also taking such huge steps backwards. Like that sentence, they're going to strip the rights away from women. I thought we were past that. This is 2022. I don't know. I don't understand it.
Are you serious? I have no words. Just because the Supreme Court justices don't believe in abortion doesn't mean they should take away that right that women need it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, are you actually serious?
Exactly. And I feel like the huge problem that Supreme Court and people of that higher level,
that branch,
that they don't understand that women are still going to get abortions. Even if they are banning them, they are still going to get abortions in an unsafe way, and that's just more harmful to women around America. I just don't understand how they're okay with that. They're like, well, you can't have an abortion legally, but you could severely injure yourself or worse by doing it unsafely, which I don't understand. It's going to happen regardless. So I don't know what's happening.
They're practically saying, oh, hurt yourself. That's what they're saying. They're saying, oh, you get yourself in this situation. Oh, and you can't do it properly with the medical, with medically properly or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're like, you're supposed to have the baby. It's a gift from God. No. What if that woman was taken advantage of? That is not fair. And you're forcing her to have that baby. You are vile. You absolutely disgust me.
No, for sure. And honestly, that argument is huge. I know a lot of people, when you have this debate, people are like, well, that's such a low percentage. And okay, that is a low percentage, but it still happens. But also, even women who just aren't ready, young women, or even women who are a little older, who aren't ready, they should not be forced into something when they aren't ready, especially when the contraception for men is.
What is it? A vasectomy? That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
It's not fair. And all the health concerns that come with birth control. Like if a woman doesn't want to take birth control, she shouldn't be forced to take birth control in order to not have a baby, Not
only that, we haven't even touched the topic of money. What if that woman can't afford to have another child if she has one? Or if this is her first one and she can't give that baby a proper life because, oh, you're not going to fix the foster care system, are you? Because if this really was about the children, you would fix the foster care system, huh? Yeah, that is exactly what I thought. Anyway, I need a little breather. Ashley, if you don't mind me asking, I don't want to put you on the spot, but if you're comfortable sharing your opinion, what's your opinion?
Honestly, I agree with everything you guys are saying. I mean, I feel like it's everybody's choice. You have that freedom to, if you don't want to have a kid, then don't force me to have a kid. I mean, especially with young women. I feel like, especially I'm 19. I cannot picture having a kid right now. I can't. I can barely take care of myself.
I
Literally, I
honestly,
cannot.
honestly, us college kids really have it, are really out here,
Oh
and
yeah.
there's some of us, there's some women that do get pregnant in college, and you're taking away that you're honestly, I'm trying to say this correctly. And well, you hear some people be like, "Oh, like getting pregnant when you're young ruins your life or whatever." And if you're taking away that woman's right to choose and to choose her education, her career before having a family, you're it's you're two-faced. Like honestly, like you say like, "Ooh," and then they're like, "Oh, it's a gift from God." No, it could ruin your life. And kids are
Yeah,
great when you're ready for them, right?
No, I
I
totally
100%
agree.
agree.
Yeah, for
Cool.
sure. But I feel like the other problem is when girls do get pregnant in high school and, 16, 17, like th- I feel like people always have a problem. Well, they were young, it was their mistake, so they should go through with this. But maybe if we are being properly taught in high school what to do, what not to do, then I feel like and it's not even what to do, what not to do, it's just how to safely and properly do these things, how to get contraception, then I feel like it would be a lot better. But honestly, the school system isn't really a big help. I know a lot of people who have no idea. They're like 16, 17 years old and they're like, I don't know.
These are children having children. They are not ready. They are they're still kids. They're not even adults yet. Their brains haven't even fully developed. Our brains haven't even fully developed either. But I would like to note before we move on from this topic, because I feel very strongly about women's rights and they should not be taken away. But our general manager has said in our news chat, meanwhile, they take no stance on the number of reasons for death in children, which, what do you think it is? Gun control. If this is really about the kids, you would, again, fix gun control, fix the foster system, but their entire, honestly, control is controlling women. It
Hmm.
really is. You're really trying to control women and make them do what you want them to do. Stay out of my uterus. PSA, stay out of it. Anyway, we have some more news to talk about. So we are going to be talking about Bill Cosby. So on Tuesday, a jury ruled against Bill Cosby in a civil lawsuit brought against him by a woman who said he sexually assaulted her at the Playboy Mansion in 1975. This woman was 16 years old. She was a child. Judy Huth testified that Cosby molested her. She accused him of trying to put his hand down her tight pants and exposing himself before he forced her to touch him sexually, which she said was adjacent to the room, in a room which was adjacent to a game room. Huth is now 64 and testified that Cosby kept pursuing her after she told him that she was just 15 or 16 years old. She claims to have told Cosby that she was on her menstrual cycle, even though she was not, in hopes that he would stop. She said, quote, "I was trying to deflect, but he didn't stop. I just closed my eyes. It was so fast, maybe 5 minutes, quick." And the jury awarded Huth $500,000 in damages. The trial represents one of the last remaining legal claims against Cosby after Pennsylvania criminal conviction was thrown out by appeals of a court last year. The 84-year-old actor did not attend the trial and did not testify. During closing arguments, a lawyer for Bill Cosby told jurors that they need to look for past years of public accusations against him and to consider the only evidence presented by Huth. Cosby's defense team has focused on calling Huth a liar because she changed the timeline of her story. In a 2014 lawsuit, she said the assault took place in 1973 or 1974. But before the trial began, Huth and her attorney said that further investigation of the evidence allowed them to determine that it actually happened in the spring of 1975. During closing arguments, Cosby's attorney Jennifer Bonjean said Huth and her lawyers did not come close to providing her 50-year-old he said, she said case. Huth's attorney Nathan Goldberg told the jury, quote, "My client deserves to have Mr. Cosby held accountable for what he did. Each of you knows in your heart that Mr. Cosby sexually assaulted Miss Huth." Now, we have more news.
Yeah, we just got to keep rolling
We
along.
got to keep going.
So on Tuesday, the Biden administration said it plans to develop a rule requiring tobacco companies to reduce nicotine levels in cigarettes sold in the United States. The initiative was included in the administration's Unified Agenda, a compilation of planned federal regulatory actions released twice a year. The spring agenda was released Tuesday. The administration noticed that the Food and Drug Administration intends by May 2023 to develop a proposed standard that, quote, would establish a maximum nicotine level in cigarettes and certain finished tobacco products. In a statement released late Tuesday, the FDA said the goal is to reduce youth use, addiction, and death. If nicotine were reduced, many addicted users would have a greater ability to quit, and young people could be prevented from becoming regular smokers. The administration also said a nicotine reduction requirement could advance, quote, health equity by addressing disparities associated with cigarette smoking, dependence, and cessation. The policy would fit with a major goal of the White House to cut cancer deaths. As part of the White House retooled cancer moonshot announced this year, President Biden promised to reduce cancer death rates by 50% over 25 years. About 480,000 Americans die of smoking related causes each year, and tobacco use remains the #1 cause of preventable death in the United States. The decision to pursue a policy to lower nicotine levels marks the first step in a lengthy process, and success is not assured. It could take at least a year for the Food and Drug Administration, which regulates cigarettes, to issue a proposed rule. After that, the FDA would have to sift through comments from the public before issuing a final rule.
Crazy, man.
That is
Anyway,
crazy.
crazy. I would have never, when I read this, I was like, wow, I never would have thought. But here we are, which is good news. Don't get me wrong. But we have some more good news, actually, because Broadway theaters are dropping their mask mandate for July. We haven't heard of Broadway in a hot minute just because of COVID and everything. But another sign that the world of entertainment is returning to pre-pandemic normal. Broadway theaters are no longer to demand. Oh, no, words wrong. I don't like that word. Anyway, Broadway theaters are no longer required audience to wear masks in July. The Broadway League announced Tuesday that the mask wearing will be optional next month onward, and further loosening restrictions. In May, most Broadway theaters lifted the requirement that audience members provide proof of vaccination to enter venues. According to a statement by the league, which represents Broadway producers, the policy will, quote, be evaluated on a monthly basis as we continue to monitor science. It also said that, quote, audience members are still encouraged to wear masks in theaters. Producers have long complained that ticket sales may be depressed due to the mask ban. Actors Equality Association, which represents 51,000 stage actors and stage managers, did not immediately respond to a request for reaction to the change. In the past, the union has supported the mask mandates. Wow. Let us take a very quick breather here on the Morning Buzz because you just got a lot of news in, honestly, 35 minutes. But let us relax. Let us relax with some music. We will be right back here in the Morning Buzz. Welcome back. Here on the Morning Buzz, I'm going to turn this down just enough so we don't get copyrighted on Facebook or YouTube. But we are back. Welcome back to the Hive and all that fun stuff. So, that was a lot of hardcore news. Now, let us relax into some weird news.
I'm very excited for this next story.
That's what you said in the chat, and I'm like, I can't. That honestly, I knew you would love it, so that's kind of why I gave it to you.
It's just wild. You guys are in for a wild ride here. A backyard wedding can offer a tranquil, intimate setting for a couple to say I do. And in an ideal world, the only sounds would be gently swaying trees and romantic music. Unfortunately, for one loved-up couple, their vows were completely drowned out by an inconsiderate neighbor who they claim began mowing her lawn just as the bride took her first steps down the aisle. An anonymous wedding guest has claimed the so-called, quote, Karen began purposefully firing up her lawnmower as the bride's song started to play in an attempt to ruin the wedding and continued mowing away throughout the duration of the ceremony. For those who don't know, a Karen, according to Urban Dictionary, is a middle-aged woman, typically blonde, who makes solutions to others' problems an inconvenience to her, although she isn't remotely affected. So true. According to the guest, they did try to ask her to stop, but she was not kind in return, completely ignoring their pleas. The noise was so intrusive that she and other guests couldn't even hear the couple's vows being exchanged. That's terrible. A guest shared the footage on TikTok and they remarked, "Some people are just so miserable," clarifying to followers that nobody had been horrible to her. And she claims that the unnamed woman yelled at them at some point, adding, quote, "She's not a friendly person at all." Footage of the wedding has since gone viral, and the sound of the mower can be heard blaring throughout. The video ends with a clip of the neighbor strimming away noisily without any apparent guilt about the commotion she was creating.
So I looked up a TikTok. It's not even a lawnmower. It's a weed whacker.
Some people are just so bitter and unhappy. They just want to ruin someone's special day.
She's honestly not sure, but I know a lot of little girls dream of their wedding day one day. And maybe that woman was one of them. Honestly, if that was me, I'd be like, we're doing it over again.
Yeah, right? It's so terrible. And like, I feel so bad. I'm just laughing because it's so comical. Like, who does that? Who just starts weed whacking during someone's wedding ceremony? Maybe she was just upset she wasn't invited.
Probably, but I wouldn't invite her.
Yeah, right?
I'm so upset that I just dropped my phone. She really said, like, you couldn't have waited. You couldn't have waited.
Well, she definitely could have, but she didn't want to because she had to make her appearance.
She really said, I wasn't invited to the wedding? Fine. There's all grass everywhere. Just grass. Imagine like there was like a strong breeze like heading in like their house direction and just a bunch of grass blades just
It's terrible.
Who needs a flower girl when you have a Karen weed whacker?
So true.
I would do it over again. Like I would wait.
Yeah, me too. That's honestly, I can't believe that. That's really upsetting. But to be fair, I mean, she did do it in her backyard. So like, but I get it though. Maybe she just wanted maybe she loves her backyard. Maybe she just wanted to have a beautiful backyard wedding. She wasn't expecting anyone to mow their lawn or make noises.
But but she knew about the wedding.
Some people are just bitter like that. That's a Karen.
Honestly, I was reading the story and I said I should probably include what a Karen is.
That was so funny and took me so off guard. I wasn't expecting the full-on Urban Dictionary definition, but it's so true. Like that is spot on.
Listen, I came with receipts, okay? I came with receipts.
That
Oh my
spot
God.
on. So for anyone listening who didn't know what a Karen was, now you know, and it is very accurate.
And now, if you wish, you can make memes if you want. I don't know, man. Anyway, after that story, I need to relax a little bit. So,
Agreed.
all right, my friends, for this next story, I'm going to wind down a bit. Going to turn into your yoga instructor because Disney workers trade costumes for yoga pants on yoga day. So if you'd like, relax and maybe a deep inhale and an exhale. I can't read the whole story like this. I'm sorry, I can't do it. So Disney workers traded their costumes for yoga pants early Tuesday and, went into plank, then went into downward dog, then folded into lotus. If you can't tell, I do yoga. Anyway, this was all to celebrate International Yoga Day at Walt Disney World in Florida. The sunrise celebration spread to other Disney properties around the globe since yoga enthusiasts started it at the Florida resort in 2016. More than 1,700 Disney workers spread out their yoga mats in front of Cinderella's castle in Florida, while another 1,000 workers started their morning with yoga in front of Sleeping Beauty's castle in Disneyland Resort in California, while other Disney workers participated in Hawaii and Vero Beach in Florida, even in front of Sleeping Beauty's castle in Disneyland Paris, and of course Cinderella's castle at Tokyo Disney. The yoga sessions were conducted virtually at a Hong Kong Disneyland resort and Shanghai Disney. When I was writing the story, I have a very important question. Did the Disney princesses get to wear their little yoga pants? Like, did the princesses get to dress up, or like the characters?
That's awesome. I would love to
Right?
be at like Disney World just doing some yoga, super peaceful.
Right? I would. I gotta say, I'm just like I'm very much a fashion person. I like outfits and whatever. And this like has me thinking a little bit. So like one of my favorite Disney princesses is Belle,
Mm.
because when I was a little kid, all the other ones were blonde, and then Ariel was like the lone redhead, and Belle was like the only brunette. And I'm like, oh my God, I love Belle because Belle's great. Whatever. But I can just picture Belle in a little, yellow legging 2-piece set.
Oh yeah, and like her little
Right?
matching yoga mat
Yes. Oh my
and like a
God, that is
water
so cute.
bottle.
Oh my God, yes. I feel like the yoga mat would be like pink roses, like low key.
Oh, so true.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My favorite Disney princess is Rapunzel.
Oh my God. Wait, mine too, honestly.
She's just, I've never related to a Disney princess more because she's always like, what's going on? What's happening? And that's
She's
very much me.
not only that, she's like such a free spirit, which is what I love about her. And I'll be 100% honest with you guys, Tangled is my ultimate comfort movie.
Me too.
I
I love
watched it
it.
like 2 days ago. It makes me feral. I love it so much. Like, oh my God. Okay, I'm trying to like see what she would be in, like one of those little, what are those, athletic dresses.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, like a little, it's like purple
Yeah.
probably with like a little like tennis skirt kind of
Yes.
moment. Yeah.
Yes, it's like a light purple and like
Mm-hmm.
so cute. And then like she'll have like a little yoga mat with like the sun logo on it.
Oh my gosh, that would be the moment.
I know. I feel like she has a green water bottle.
Oh yeah,
Like
of
she has like a
course.
light green water bottle.
Yeah, and Pascal is on it.
Oh my God. She painted it herself.
Yeah.
She painted it herself. I would hate to say that Tiana's like wearing green, but I feel like she'd be like a little biker short, like a light
Yes.
green biker short with like a yellow like tank top, like a flowy tank top, like a yellow tank top. Like a
So
little
true. And I feel like if you haven't seen these movies, you're probably very confused. But if you look up the Disney princesses, you will
You'll
probably
get
agree
it.
with us. You'll get it.
You'll get it. Honestly, I could do this forever and I probably will for the next 3 minutes, so I'm just very sorry. Oh, Aurora. Okay. She would have like
Pink.
pink top, blue bottoms.
Yes.
But I feel like there'll be light blue bottoms and they'll be like more yoga panty, like
Yeah,
with the
I
flare at
was
the bottom.
just thinking that. Like, I think she would be wearing yoga pants. I was just gonna say that.
Like I just don't know why. Like something about her strikes me as a yoga pant girly.
Yeah.
Yeah, her water bottle's purple.
Oh, for
100%.
sure. But also then Ariel would probably also be wearing yoga pants because kind of like
Mermaidy.
mermaid fins.
Yeah. I don't know why. I would say she would stick to the traditional colors, like her pants would be green and her top would be purple.
Of
But
course.
something makes me want to say like she switched them for fun.
She was feeling spicy that day, so she wanted to switch up the colors.
She's feeling spicy. Oh my god! And she has a water bottle that Rapunzel painted her with like little sea fish, like little fishies and crabs
Aw,
on it.
yeah.
I'm literally like this is like oh my god! I'm literally in love with doing this. Jasmine Batty, first of all, she's biker shorts, matching top.
Oh,
Like
of course. Like blue and gold moment.
she has like one of those athletic headbands.
Yes.
She has like
Mm-hmm.
good hair. I feel like Mulan. I don't know what Mulan would do though.
On it, I have to look at Mulan again because I don't think I've seen that movie in so long.
I know. Something is giving me just straight yoga pant or like a capri. She'll be wearing a capri.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she
For
gives me
those,
capri vibes and like just like a t-shirt,
yeah. It like
very
has like
chill.
honestly graphic tee, like a light flowy graphic tee that's like not too hot to be in.
Yes.
Yeah. This is making me so happy right now. You guys don't even understand. I'm like,
I just love how you guys can envision every single princess.
okay, Ashley, honestly, pick one. It's your turn.
I feel like which one did you guys forget? You guys picked every single one.
There's
Um,
Snow White,
there's Cinderella.
Cinderella.
There's
Cinderella?
Moana.
I feel like Cinderella would probably do the classic too, all blue.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. She would be like
Mhm.
very like I feel like she'd be very particular with her outfit. I feel like it'd be really pretty.
Really picky, yeah.
I agree with that.
Oh, she
Um,
deserves it after everything that happened.
She would have a clear like one of those glass water bottles.
Yes.
It makes sense in my brain, okay?
Oh my god, one of the glass water bottles with the,
Yes!
you know how they have crystals in them? Like I feel like she would have like a clear quartz crystal in her water bottle,
Oh my god, stop. She absolutely would.
right?
Do you guys think her stepsisters would try to come and just crash the entire thing for her?
Yes,
Oh my gosh, they would ruin yoga.
they would. SMH. Honestly, I think they would just not be dressed for yoga.
No, they would come with like their like dresses and everything and be like, "Oh, I didn't know it was yoga day." They would
Oh,
have some things to say about yoga day.
they would. They would ruin the vibe.
They would definitely ruin the vibe.
They definitely need a cleanse after that. I feel like I don't know. I don't know why I feel like Rapunzel will be like, we need a sage. We need a cleanse.
Yes. Oh, I
We-
love this. This is so
Me
fun.
too. We forgot Pocahontas because
Oh,
I always feel weird including Pocahontas because like it's not it's not accurate.
mm-hmm.
Like honestly, we can get into a whole subsection of just Disney characters, and I might in a second. I
We
can't
really
stop.
could.
I can't stop talking about this. I'm kind of obsessed.
Yeah.
I'm like kind of obsessed. But no, Pocahontas would she gives me athletic dress vibes too.
Yeah. But I also feel I could see that, but I could also see her in just like maybe like leggings and like kind of like a cropped
Crop top.
like a cropped sports top.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think. I feel like I have to look up Pocahontas too.
Right. I feel like again, I'm getting same vibes with like Mulan with like the light breezy graphic tee, like cropped graphic tee.
Definitely light and breezy.
I
It's definitely
definitely
her vibe. Every picture has like the wind and like
yeah,
feathers or leaves flowing around her. So she definitely gives off like flowy vibes.
definitely nature girly. I feel like with the graphic tee, it's like a really cute something with nature. Like there's trees on it or something. And I feel like she cut like the neck and like made it like really
Yes.
slouchy and like she cropped it a little bit.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's definitely her vibe.
Yeah, but I will say, moving on to Tinkerbell, she's athletic dress girly.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like
Hair in a
light
bun.
green, hair in a
Yes.
bun.
She she kind of just woke up too, so like I get it.
No, but she like woke up a little while ago, but she wants to act like she just woke up. So she's like, "Oh yeah, like I just threw my hair up. I just woke up for yoga." But she woke up a couple hours ago and she's been getting ready.
But she is carrying a Starbucks drink in her hand,
Oh, absolutely.
even though she just woke up. Just woke up.
Absolutely.
It's a matcha. She would be drinking a matcha.
Yes. Oh, she would 100%.
But I feel like she'd put vanilla in it
Mm-hmm.
with like a little bit of oat milk.
Yeah.
I feel like most of the Disney princesses are lactose intolerant. That's just me.
Honestly, they kind of give off that I'm trying to think. I don't think I've
Mulan
ever
isn't.
seen them. Yeah, no.
Mulan is not lactose intolerant. She loves milk.
Yeah, Tiana, I don't feel like she's lactose intolerant either.
No. Ariel is definitely lactose intolerant.
Yeah, she
Ariel's
gives.
allergic. Oh my god. I stop because I'm like holding back on keeping going because we've been talking about this for like
Yeah, we could. I honestly could definitely keep going too, but everyone's
should move on.
probably like, please move on.
we're having fun, but they're probably not. But we have more news.
Yes, we will move on. And this, I again so excited about this. Kraft macaroni and cheese ice cream is back. This time at stores nationwide. At a time when everyone is in search of viral success, stunt products have become commonplace as big name brands seek to break the internet. Recent examples include a flaming hot version of Mountain Dew, a pumpkin spice variety of cup of noodles, and earlier this week, taco truck inspired jelly bean flavors from Branch. With that in mind, the crazy idea that Kraft would team up with the Brooklyn-based creamery Van Leeuwen to create a Kraft mac and cheese ice cream isn't really that outside of the ordinary. But here's what is unexpected. The flavor was so good and so popular that it just received a nationwide launch at Walmart. First, a quick recap. Kraft Mac and Cheese Ice Cream launched July 2021, primarily as a promotional stunt by Kraft to honor National Macaroni and Cheese Day. But the initial 6,000 pints sold in an hour, and the ice cream was lauded with praise as a genuinely enjoyable dessert. And so, by August, Van Leeuwen was back with a self-proposed lot more pints to sell. And honestly, that's pretty fantastic.
Fun fact, slash PSA, the story was from March, but I could not like skip it.
Oh, it's all from March.
It's funny because I actually looked into this during the spring semester. I produced Thursday and Friday, and this article came out on March 11th of 2022. And I
Wow.
looked at the day, and that was a Friday, and I'm like, I must have not covered this story. So we are covering it now.
I'm looking at the ice cream right now. This is pretty fantastic.
Right? Like, I kind of want to try it. Do you think there's noodles in it?
Oh my. I honestly hope not. I feel like that'd be so unsettling to eat ice cream. I mean, if you're eating mac and cheese ice cream, I feel like anything goes at that point. You honestly don't care about what's unsettling and what's not.
You know those people, wait, are you one of those people that puts, or you are Ashley, are you one of those people that puts ketchup on mac and cheese?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Ashley is shaking her head, so that means no. Thank God. Because do you think people would put ketchup on the ice cream?
Stop. I could not, but I do actually have mac and cheese with hot sauce. So if I were to eat this ice cream, I might
Wait,
put hot sauce on it.
That sounds kind of fire.
Wait,
I need my sound effect. Anyway, I hope you listeners out there this morning are hanging with us because we have 4 minutes left. I can do math.
Yeah, we're having fun.
We are having. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope you all that are listening are on your commute to work or just chilling at home or having a good time.
Getting a laugh.
I kind of want to try it. I just know. I dang well know that there's noodles in this ice cream.
It's so bright yellow.
Is it bright yellow?
Yes, it's so bright. Maybe there's noodles in it. I'm just confused how I feel like I would be, when you're expecting something to taste like something.
Yes.
And it doesn't, and you're like kind of like weirded out about it. I feel like going in to eat ice cream and it doesn't taste like ice cream, but it tasted like cold mac and cheese. I feel like that would give me shivers.
So I'm looking at the ice cream right now because I'm curious. And I don't see any noodles in it. and I'm really disappointed.
Honestly, me too. And I would just like to say, I looked up what the taste is like because I really was curious. And it says that it does taste like frozen Kraft cheese sauce with subtly sweet undertones.
I hate that. Let's move on. Because not only can you enjoy what basically is frozen cheese powder, whatever you call it,
Cheese
but
sauce.
yeah, that works. But Velveeta releases a cheese-scented nail polish in collaboration with Nails Inc. So cheese lovers can now wear their favorite dairy product on their fingertips thanks to Velveeta and a British nail polish brand called Nails Inc. A limited edition set of 2 cheese-scented polishes will cost cheese fanatics $15 on the Nails Inc. website. It includes 2 shades, Finger Food, which is a bright red, and La Dulce I can do it. La Dulce Vita, a creamy yellow color. I'm trying my best. Nails Inc. says the polish's signature cheesy scent only appears when they are dry. Nails Inc. says, quote, these are highly pigmented shades, provide full cover payoff, and are designed to be worn together for those confident enough to show the world they are living in big, bold, and an unrestrained life. The collaboration is a part of Velveeta's La Dulce Viva campaign, according to the press release from Kraft Heinz. And for those of you who don't know, that is the company that owns Velveeta. They said, quote, this is all about stepping out in a confident, unapologetic way to show the world that you're living in a life filled with outrageous pleasure. Although Velveeta's products are not vegan, the formula of both colors is vegan and cruelty-free. The collaboration also includes a set of Velveeta-themed nail stickers featuring gooey cheese graphics on the phrases creamy and drip.
That's fantastic.
Wait, I kind of want to try them.
Me too, but the problem is I love cheese and I bite my nails and it's a really bad habit. I'm trying to break that. But if I wore this, I feel like I'd be biting my nails more.
We're going to get you the stuff to put on your nails that when you bite your nails, it like tastes really bad.
Oh, yeah.
You should try
No.
that. It'll help. It might help.
It might help, which I honestly probably should try that, but now I'm intrigued.
I think you have to try the nail biting stuff to have Velveeta nail polish.
True.
But like, what if you give that to a child and they start like eating their nail polish?
That's bad, but also, I mean,
okay, but to be fair, the PR team that's behind this is hilarious. I love this.
yeah, I'm looking at like their campaign right now and I'm kind of living for it. The nail polish is so cute. It has little like cheese drip marks on the top.
I'm kind of obsessed with it. Even Ashley clicked on the link to look at it too. Like, I'm kind of obsessed with it. I'm kind of obsessed.
No, yeah, this is very iconic. And as a cheese lover myself, I will be purchasing.
I gotta, when you do purchase, please give us a review.
I will.
But I gotta say, before we close out the show, I know they have a red shade that's called like Flaming Hot, or no, it's called Finger Food. Now, this is giving me the idea, Velveeta, I'm giving you ideas here. Do a collaboration with Cheetos and have the cheese packet be a Flaming Hot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That part.
Mm-hmm. Velveeta, these are just suggestions.
And that would be a very good idea.
POV, someone from Velveeta be right in this. No, I'm kidding.
They're listening right now and they're like,
anyway, whoever did this, you deserve a raise. With that being said, this has been the Morning Buzz. This has been live from the Hive, all that fun stuff. You can catch us tomorrow here at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, but it's not going to be me, Amanda, or Ashley. It's going to be Isaiah, Terry, and Joe Schweitzer. So, to stay up to date on all things news and weird, you should definitely tune in. With that being said, thank you for always starting your day with us, and we hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.